Limited social representation of immigrants and public safety, research proposal. Introduction. After the French riots of 2005, the problem of the immigrant groups has become more critical than ever for the French population. Numerous researchers carried out studies to identify the problems of the national immigration policy that led to these riots. A closer examination of this problem made analysts assume that the size of an immigrant community has a significant impact on its assimilation with the local population as well as its social behavior. In other words, it is assumed that the more limited the social representation of particular immigrants is, the more threats it represents to local stability. Therefore, the relevant report is aimed at the examination of the interconnection between the size of an immigrant representation and the potential character of its members' behavior. Academic debate. The problem of immigration and its impact on the local community has been widely studied throughout the past decades. Thus, researchers have contradicting views on the causes of riots. Some scientists firmly believe that the social unrest among immigrants is determined by their incapacity to adapt to the new environment. Therefore, they consider inner factors to be of critical importance for explaining the nature of riots. In the meantime, an opposite point of view supports the idea that the social unrest among immigrants is caused by such external factors as a poor immigration policy and the incapacity of the government to assure consistent assimilation and adaptation of the newcomers. Such a discrepancy in scientific opinions shows that there is no universal formula that can be applied to the explanation of the nature of riots. Therefore, each case is to be considered separately. The relevant research puts a particular focus on the examination of this problem in the framework of the French riots in 2005. Research question. The principal research question aims to find out whether a limited social representation of immigrants threatens the stability of the French population. To answer the relevant questions, it is essential to study a series of aspects. First and foremost, it is necessary to determine the size of representation that should be referred to as limited. Moreover, it is critical to study whether the examined regularity can be found in other countries. Finally, it is important to analyze the nature of the riots of 2005 and compare it with other riots provoked by immigrants in France. Types of sources. To address the problem properly, one needs to rely on a consistent literature base. Thus, the relevant research will use peer-reviewed articles and scientific literature. It is assumed that the general problem's background might be studied with the help of Escafre-Dublet's book devoted to the analysis of the French immigration policy. The book is particularly useful as it provides a comparative analysis of the national immigration policy in France and other European countries. Moreover, a detailed analysis of the minority groups in France can be found in Patrick Simon's works. The author supports the idea that the size of an immigrant community influences its general behavior. Finally, David Snow offers a complex examination of the French riots in 2005. The author believes that the causes of these riots are both internal and external. The mentioned sources are only a few examples of the literature sources that the research will employ.